Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Week 3 Game Day. We've got a great one coming at you. Some Big Ten action between Coach Dave and Coach Rick. Number 18 Penn State and number 11 Minnesota. Minnesota starting a new quarterback today. We'll get into that with the roster. But we also have a perfect BearCave on the line. It's never happened before. Coach Tribe one time was within one matchup, but he choked. So Dogwater's hoping for Minnesota. It is a straight pick'em game, so we'll have to see. As always, though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim a team, set the schemes, recruit in the server, and compete in server games for rewards, and build your way up to a national championship. Links are in any of our descriptions, so feel free to join in at any time. If you are watching live, make sure to link your account with Twitch Prime so that you can get a free sub. Helps support us, and you don't get commercials. Also, all VODs and stuff are available over on YouTube, along with a lot of other content. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 500 subs, so please go over there and do that. And then also, if you want even more content, or if you want to be selected for watch parties, you can check out patreon.com/thesfa. So, big time matchup in this one. Penn State and Minnesota both have already taken a loss. So we want to see which team is for real, which one is a pretender. As always, for the game day, we're going to go through each roster in its entirety, and then we'll watch the game in its entirety as well. VOD will be up later tonight. Highlights, if you miss any of it, will be available tomorrow over on YouTube. And as always, check out Home Field Apparel. Our best friends over there. Use code SFA for 15% off. Works for first-time users or once per email. Little birdie once told me, potentially. All right, so Penn State. Coached by Coach Dave, we got Levi Kazaruni, the former Stanford 5-star, lost his job to Shu Okani, transferred over here, had a great year last year, seeing if they can elevate themselves to new heights this season. Running back is new this season. I'm not sure which one's starting, David Gutierrez or Cedric Johnson, one of the two. Matt Stokes as well. They also have Rode McKnight, SFA player. At wide receiver, Jermaine Baker. You got Jamie Roth, Brian Holycross, and Alan Calhoun. Tight end, J.J. Schmidt, John Jacobs, Jinkelheimer Schmidt, the SFA player, former #1 recruit. Offensive line looks like this. Arthur Robinson, SFA player, as well as Red Rubskins. He will also start. On defense, John Thomas on one edge, Rodney Martin on the other, and in the middle, Drew Cabral and Buster Davis. At linebacker, Bobby Larkin, they got Kuala Cruz, the SFA player. He also does play running back, so you might see him. Wyatt Germ, the former Iowa player, very good linebacker. And Bryson Dixon, Terrence Johnson, Rob Seymour, and SFA player Nuru McLean, the Wyoming transfer. At safety, Damian Hines and Willie Jackson. And they've got SFA reject kicker, Charlie Parkinson. And then Coach Rick and Minnesota. This will be a home game. Where are they? Here we go. So, this week, Coach Rick decided to nuke Tony Hall, and he's going to go with the transfer from Charlotte. He had a great sim year for Charlotte last year as a 70 overall. He's up to 75. He's getting his first career start with Minnesota. Going to be fun to see him in action. Chris Cox is injured, so Barton Tuck is starting, the transfer from Notre Dame, SFA player. At wide receiver, Andrew Page, Jeff Matthews, and David Caldwell. Barrett McCullough, he is injured. A lot of injuries here for Minnesota to start the year. They got Scott Brewer. Offensive line looks like this. And then on defense, Corey James on one end, Terrence Weisbecker, a standout freshman, on the other. And then Kyle Wilson is hurt, so Chris Adams and Darnell Moses. At linebacker, you got Mike Cox, Buck Reisning, the SFA player, transfer portal get, and Rocky Bullwinkle, the SFA player. He's an IGR. At corner, Alex McNamara. I always have trouble with that word. But Eric Lombardi, the SFA reject. Josh Robinson and Walter Ray. At safety, Chris Lindsley and Gerald Jenkins. Their kicker is Maurice Sanders or Will Pruitt, one of the two. And we'll jump on into the game. So I know what Dave wants. He just wants traditional boringness. But Coach Mike, the world is your... Or not Coach Mike. Coach Rick, the world is your oyster. What would you like? We got a Governor's Victory Bell. So let me know what you want for your jerseys. As for the predictions, this is a who wins tonight. So who do you have? Are you going Penn State? Or are you going Minnesota? It's a straight up pick 'em. Dogwater picked Minnesota. Golden uniforms with the Goldie helmets. All right. Going all gold today. Yellow Goldie face. Let's see if we can get you some gold socks. Of course not, so we'll go white. Can we get the maroon at least? There we go. Okay, so we can get the maroon. So there we go. And then Penn State gets their white. Very evenly matched on both sides. 86 overall on both sides. I believe Minnesota went down in overall as we switched the quarterback out. So very evenly matched game. So get those Bobanos in, get them in, as we are about to start critical game. Wait a second, I need my thumbnail for tomorrow, for the thumbnail. Who's gonna save Christmas and get us to 500 subs? That is the question. There's good Yams content on there. There's a new team builder coming out there. Me and Dogwater are going to do a co-team builder next season. So make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Alright, here we go. Let's get on into this game. Enough waffling around. Penn State, Minnesota. Who's going to 2-1? The other one, 1-2, is going to be kind of a disaster for either of these teams. First Big Ten matchup here for Minnesota. So, obviously, losing non-conference games is not the worst thing in the world. But, of course, you desperately do. Alright, so we're going to see Minnesota first with Bo Houston. So, here we go. 9 minutes on the clock. Game day is off here in week 3. We get a return here for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Says Coach Mike is, or Coach Rick, his first career game, but that's just not true. I just had to recreate his coach so I can make his roster move. So here we go. First play of the game. First and 10. Quick option, floats it out. That's a big play to start us out. It's going to be a first down for Barton Tuck. The SFA player transfer from Notre Dame off a broken promise. Now we got split backs. Another triple option, another nice play, another big carry. Runs over a man. That's for Werda for 10. So Minnesota moving it on the ground early, not having to rely on the arm of Bo Houston. Safety's coming down. They're going to throw it here. It's a screen pass. Wade yams it deep on the screen. One-on-one, tipped away by Terrence Johnson. Bo Houston, I like your style. Yamming it deep on a screen pass. That's nasty work. So 2nd and 10 here for Bo. More option coming. Bo keeps it, and down he goes after a yard. Bo is a CPU standout player, one of those self-made stories here in the SFA, and now he gets his chance. Trips right on a 3rd and 9. The snap. He has time, has to throw it to the flats, and it's going to be 4th down. So decision time now for Minnesota. They will decide to punt. No, he said it's an experiment for the next couple of weeks. But as long as you have a plan with nuking a non-SFA player, it's okay. Because he paid, like, the narrative here is Tony Hall, he was just a developmental guy in the program. He paid $300K for this guy in the transfer portal. He's 1-1 after a bad offensive performance. Might as well see what the money's worth, right? If it's an SFA player, then it's a little bit, there's not as much leeway there. But because it's a CPU player that we don't know much about, then it's okay. As long as there's a narrative. So 2nd and 6. Motion, Levi Kazaruni, the former 5-star. Ball's on the ground! They're going the other way. He picks it up! Levi, what are you doing? I just know you got a check from Singo in your bank account. I just know it. There's a $500K check in your bank account from Singo LLC. There's no way that just happened. 3rd and 18 for Penn State. Levi Kazaruni, he gets it off. He turns upfield. He has a chance at the first. He gets it! David Gutierrez! Oh, man. 3rd and 1,000,000. Penn State gets it done. Already a great drive. I guess that was strategy. 1st and 10. Schmidt in the backfield. They'll keep it now for Levi. Not known for his speed, as he's a bit of a tree trunk. 2nd and 5 now. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday evening for a little Big Ten action. Big Ten After Dark. 2nd and 5 now. Motion man, Legion of Dread guy, triple option. Both these teams running this. And another big gain for David Gutierrez. All right. David Gutierrez, welcome to the spotlight. Two touches. He's cooking early on. So 1st and 10, quick option for Levi. He breaks a tackle and he's spun down. David Scott on the tackle. Minnesota is known for their legendary linebacker cores all the way back to the days of when they had Bowser. They've had Yams Legend, Rhett, and now they have 2 new SFA linebackers. 2nd and 12. Yamming it, and a big hit there by Jamie Roth, or on Jamie Roth. So Kazaruni 2 of 2 to start the game. But it's a 3rd down upcoming. So what's the call for Coach Dave just across the 50? Kazaruni, handoff. Gutierrez runs over a man. He gets to the outside. He turns on the afterburners. Another broken tackle. 26 for Gutierrez. Hello, Mr. Gutierrez, the SFA coming out party for him. 3 broken tackles in 1 play. All right. David Gutierrez can be public enemy number 1 for Dogwater here. So inside the 25 now. It's a keeper now for Levi Kazaruni. And he'll get himself 7. Second and 3 here for Coach Dave, trying to get on the board first. We got split backs. Motion. Kazaruni. The blitz, it's picked up. For a second, he floats it deep. Open man, touchdown! It's Jermaine Baker. The Nittany Lions are on the board. Must have been broken coverage. I don't know how he got that open in the end zone. Run a corner route. I guess the cover 2, the inside guy, was taken by the safety, leaving the corner wide open. So a drive that started almost in disaster. If you remember last year, when Levi Kazzarini put it on the ground and Ohio State got a scoop and score to force OT, Levi Kazzarini almost does it again, but they recover and they score. So here we go, halfway through the first quarter, one drive for both teams. Minnesota stalled out just outside of scoring range. Broken tackle, oh, almost a big play. So we'll see what Minnesota has in store for their second drive. Bo Houston in at quarterback. We'll start this one at their own 30. Barton Tuck in the backfield. Definitely a new era here for this team as it's almost intercepted. He never saw the linebacker. That could have been a pick 6. So 3 wide here for Bo. He takes a chance. He yams it deep left side. 2-on-1 intercepted by the safety. It's going the other way for Penn State. He's still on his feet and they'll get across the 50. Bo Houston took a chance. It did not deliver. And here come the Nittany Lions going the other way. What a start for Penn State. At the 45, here comes Levi Kazzarini. 1st and 10 motion. They'll hand it off. He has room to the outside. Great tracking there from the safety, and they minimize the gain to 2. It looked like it potentially could have been bad, but Buck Reisning, the Alabama transfer, on the tackle. Bull Reisning was IGR, struggled with injuries in his freshman season at Alabama, as Gutierrez pounds it for 3. We'll get a 3rd and medium. Third down for Penn State. At the 39, fringe field goal range. 4 wide for Levi, almost gets him to jump. Clean pocket, dumps it off. Gutierrez can't get there. And they'll go for it. Penn State playing with free money here after the interception. 4th down, can they keep it going? A handoff, it's a keeper for Levi. Can he get there? No! The slow poke turns it over. Kazzarini, a tree stump, couldn't get there. So Minnesota takes the ball back. Massive play there for Coach Rick. They'll get another chance. Bo Houston early on looks like he wants to test this secondary. Hasn't found success yet. He'll take off this time. Tries to find room up the gut. Maybe a face mask. They're not going to call it. He gets 1 out of it. So interesting start. A new era here for Minnesota football. They had a lot of great players just declare, as that's going to be an option. Nothing going for Bo. Bobby Larkin on the tackle. So 3rd and 12 here for Penn State. Or I guess for Minnesota, but Penn State to get off the field. Can Bo Houston do something here? Empty set. Bo over the middle. Open man. That's a big 1st down. Jeff Matthews. Great job staying in the pocket and delivering a strike. Not the ideal start here for Bo, but gotta let him settle in. This is an American Conference action like last year at Charlotte. We're not playing Old Dominion here. Split backs now. Triple option. Fakes the pitch, and down he goes. Houston made the right reads, just was well defended there. Damian Hines, the safety. Almost laid a stiffy. So very fun game so far. Only 40 yards of total offense, though, for Minnesota. 4 wide here for the Gophers. In front of the home crowd. Throws backwards, and a big play and a stiffy. He stayed in bounds, down to the 15. It's David Caldwell. What a play for the wide receiver. Great vision there for Bo, finding the out route late, and a superb job by Caldwell to tiptoe in his Jordans down the sideline. So inside the 20, we've got red zone action here for the Gophers. 1st and 10. It's a keeper for Bo. He has room. He does have way more speed than Kazaruni. 85 speed versus 50 for Kaz. So that's 2nd and 2. Second and 2 now here. Motion. That's Caldwell. It's going to be a shovel, and Bo keeps it. Loses yardage. He'll be 3rd and short. Bobby Larkin again. 6 carries, 6 yards here for Bo. At least it's not negative. So another 3rd down for the Gophers. Tight end in motion. The handoff. Barton Tuck gets a clean carry, and down he goes. Rob Seymour, the corner. So they'll bring out the field goal unit to get some points on the board before the first quarter ends. The kick gets up, and it is good for Minnesota. So at the end of 1 here in the Governor's Bell, it's 7-3 Nittany Lions. Looking just a little bit more explosive, but Penn State did not capitalize on that turnover. We'll see how that flips the momentum here. So Penn State will return it. And decent carry brought down. Bryson Dixon, a nice 28 yards. Remember, folks, we still have a full night of signings coming at you. 6 new signings, as well as a wheel spin coming for a transfer from Rutgers. So 1st and 10, the handoff to Gutierrez. He had a superb first quarter. He gets 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Penn State. Motion for Baker. More triple option here. Stacked up is Kazaruni. David Scott on the tackle. Great job. So 3rd and 5 for Penn State. It's a screen pass out to Gutierrez. We saw this on that first drive work. This time it doesn't. Minnesota makes the correction, and they'll get off the field. Kazaruni, a perfect 5-5 to start, but you got to get the first down, Slime. So they will punt it, no fake. Big stop there for Minnesota as, he gets hit right as he catches it. No fumble. So 7-3, it looks like we got some true Big Ten football coming at you. Maybe a defensive master class. Bo Houston back in action. Safety coming down. More option, floats it out to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. That's Caldwell. He'll get 4 out of it. Both offenses loving these read option flips. 2nd and 6 now. Got 4 guys to the left side. Houston throws it left. It looked like it was a running back screen. There goes Tuck. He gets to the outside. A nice reception there. Nice big play for Barton Tuck. Former 1-star running back getting his chance with Minnesota. You love to see that. Chris Cox transferred from Stanford, the former teammate of Levi Kazaruni, but he is hurt. He's struggled with injuries so far this season. Another transfer. So 1st and 10. Bo Houston, he gets 8. One thing I love about the new era of the transfer portal, I know some people don't like it, but I love watching from year to year how coaches hit and miss on their transfer portal gets. Like one year where UNC ran the table, almost won the Natty, they hit on everything in the transfer portal, but then last year they didn't. You know, like IRL Indiana or IRL Florida State, just the vast differences in transfer portal gets people have is Bo Houston fights for the first down. What a play. So it looks like so far in this cycle, Minnesota not on the greatest side in their transfer portal gets so far. So 1st and 10, Bo Houston. Plenty of time. It's only a 3-man rush. He yams it deep down the left side. 2-on-1 again. It's intercepted again. This time at the 2. The arm punt for Bo Houston. And I believe that's a 2nd pick for Damian Hines. Shame, I wanted Bo Houston to work out. He loves yamming it. I will say, he definitely is a sim god. Alright, Penn State. Maybe this is the strategy, getting Levi Kazaruni to keep it inside his own 10. You get negative yards. Remember, folks, we've never seen a punt block. We're in risky business here. If you're inside the 5, there's a chance. Come on, Minnesota. Let's see the first ever punt block in SFA history. Offset eye, the handoff to Gutierrez. They stack them up. Just need a few more negative yards. Come on. It'd be so great. A punt block to get the first ever perfect BearCave. So 3rd and 11 here for Penn State. He rolls right. Yams it over the middle. Somehow caught by Penn State. What a catch by Jamie Roth. In all sorts of traffic. That play doesn't work 99 times out of 100. Fit between 3 defender on the rollout in the end zone. What a ballsy call from Coach Dave. That is incredible. The drive continues. Quick option now. Kazaruni, he keeps it. He takes a massive schlock right in the middle. My God, what a hit. You can see the immediate jolt from Kazaruni. You know he went flat on his ass. That one's going to leave a mark. 2nd and 7, halfway through this 2nd quarter. We got motion from number 9. It's going to be a backwards play. It was a shovel option, never got going. And that's Weisbecker. This freshman's a baller. This is one of those players where if you use a visit when you're at home against Minnesota, there's a 22% chance you get a standout freshman defensive end. So that's the kind of thing you could be playing for here against these teams. 3rd and 11. And that goes nowhere. So once again, Penn State does nothing with a free turnover from Minnesota. Levi Kazaruni still has not thrown an incompletion, but he's still not doing much with these passes. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Andrew Page gets smoked. So Minnesota here will start at the 50, down by 4 here at home. Split back set. Quick option, floats that out. I believe that's for Werda. He gets the edge. What a play. Great acceleration there from Ferwerda. Dogwater took Minnesota in this game, Coach Wind. So at the 31 now. Inside scoring range for the Gophers. They're running press. We could see a yam here from Bo. Free rusher, though. It's going to be a sack. It's Wyatt Germ. The SFA player, former Team of the Year guy at Iowa. Transferred on a broken promise to Penn State, now a senior. 2nd and 18 now. Minnesota going backwards. Split backs. 4-man rush. Bo, he has to take off. He gets around him, and he slides. Didn't want to take on the corner. 3rd and 15. Very fun game so far. Get yet another 3rd down. Bo floats it, almost picked for the 3rd time. I liked the idea. And they're going for it. Completely no man's land. It is 4th and a million, but we'll see what happens. Houston, it's going to be a screen, and he can't get it off. Worst case scenario. It's another sack for Wyatt Germ. His 2nd of the drive. I gotta say, Rick, I mean, not the best performance for Bo Houston, but it's also asking a lot to make your debut on game day against Penn State. So 1st and 10 for State. 2.5 minutes, and they get nothing now. Both defenses are firing on all cylinders. That's Rising's 4th tackle. Gutierrez cooling down a bit here in the 2nd quarter. 4 wide for Kazaruni. Play give, that's Gutierrez. He gets a decent hole, but he only gets 3 out of it. The closing speed of this defense is so good. 3rd and 7 for Penn State. Kazaruni alone in the backfield. He yams that on the slant, finds Jermaine Baker. 1st down, Lions. Back to the shotgun here for Levi. Jet sweep. Nice hole for Baker. He almost broke away. Back-to-back big carries there for Baker. Man, he found that hole and hit it with insane speed. So 1st and 10. Handoff, Gutierrez runs over a man, gets 6 out of it. In Minnesota calling their timeouts. They want a chance on offense here before the half's over. I believe Penn State gets the ball after halftime. 2nd and 4. Handoff to Gutierrez. He's pushing and he gets the 1st out of it. Love the physicality from Penn State today. 1st and 10. They're running clock now here for Penn State. Interesting strategy. Worried about the Bo Houston Yam. So here's the snap. It's a counter to Gutierrez. He stumbles, ping-pongs back and forth for 6. Minnesota takes another timeout. 2nd and 4. Penn State trying to take a 2-score lead. Split backs. It's going to be option. Broken tackle. 2-3. Almost. Kazaruni almost got him. Corner saved the day there. So 3rd and 9 for Penn State. Kazaruni, he has some time, yams it to the end zone, open man, touchdown Baker! What a drive for Jermaine Baker. Caps it off with a touchdown as they go up 11. What a play. So 50 seconds left in the half, no timeouts for Minnesota. Just has not been the ideal game today for the Gophers. Dogwater in shambles. Short kick, though, is returnable for the Gophers. McNamara gets 22. So 46 seconds. We'll see if they can add a field goal or something here. They've had their opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize. Bo keeps it. He has some room. He cuts inside and he gets leveled. Oh my goodness. Pops right up. They're going to hurry it up here. They are in fringe yam range for Bo Houston. Yeah, he does have a pretty strong arm. Safety blitz. He has time. Yams it deep left side. And it's incomplete. Almost picked. Bo Houston has been throwing some okay balls on these yams. Just hasn't found a connection quite yet. 3rd and 1. Motion man to the backfield. 27 seconds left, and down he goes. Wyatt Germ living in the backfield. Now all of a sudden, Penn State gets a chance. 24 seconds, 2 timeouts. Worst case scenario here for the Gophers. So here's the kick. It is returnable. Ball's on the ground. He picks it up. Oh, look at the moves. Gets to the 50. It's Road McKnight, the SFA IGR. What a play from Road. On BearCave, he had a touchdown on offense and an interception on defense. So 15 seconds left, 2 timeouts, chance to push the lead to more. Kazaruni throws it to the corner. Brian Holycross, what a catch. Instantly in field goal range. 10 of 10 start for Levi Kazaruni. Penn State firing on all cylinders so far. "11 seconds left. Quick throw, caught over the middle, and Calhoun gets him closer. And they're going to run a play. Interesting. 2nd and 2 here for Penn State. Slow sash short, caught, 3 seconds left. So the field goal here, a 40-yarder to go up 14 at halftime. The kick hits up, and it is good for Penn State. So as we hit halftime, folks, Penn State has a 2-score lead on the road. In the Battle of the Governor's Victory Bell, or whatever you want to call it. I forget the name. So not a great start for Minnesota, only 3 points. I feel like there's potential there from Bo. He's gotta complete some of these deep passes. Yeah, definitely one of those times where potentially the quarterback move did hurt him. But at the same time, in this offense, I believe Tony Hall doesn't have much speed, so these triple options wouldn't be doing much. Man, Bo Houston just took a massive hit on that INT as well. So if Minnesota can start connecting on some of these yams, they might have a chance to get back in this. If you look at the first half stats, it is all Penn State. Big turnovers. And also, Kazaruni has not thrown an incompletion. So here we go. Penn State gets the return to start us off. This defense is going to have to do something to help out the young quarterback. Forcing completions, 3 and out, turnover, something to switch this game. Defense isn't necessarily playing poorly, but they've got to spark the offense. So split backs. Kazaruni gets 9. I don't know if there's also tons of people that say Gameday flips your tendencies. So, who knows? 2nd and 1. To keeper for Kazaruni, trying to get the first. He does. He cuts up field, big run. So 1st and 10, Penn State already around the 50-yard line. Motion from Holy Cross, handoff to Gutierrez. He's pushing forward, turning these 3-yard gains into 6. Turning nothing into something. So 17-3. Kazaruni across midfield. Oh, broken play, missed handoff, broken tackle. Kazaruni trying to make something out of it. He loses 2. Good effort there from Kazaruni. So 3rd and 6. Kazaruni, clean pocket, dumps it off. 1st down, Gutierrez. Nobody covering the flat. He's still on his feet. Gets a couple extra yards. 5th catch of the day. A lot of checkdowns here. 5 of the 13 have been to Gutierrez. Let's look at Gutierrez. Just stay on his feet. Acrobats. So inside the 35 now, already field goal range. Split backs. He'll drop back to throw. Wide open man. He finds the sideline inside the 10 for Penn State. Another big play. This time it's Allen Calhoun. First and goal inside the 10 for Penn State. It's a keeper for Levi Kazaruni. He stuffs in. He almost fumbles it, but he gets 3 out of it. 15 rushes for 4 yards. Elite, elite. 2nd and goal. Minnesota trying to stand on their head. Handoff Gutierrez. He hurdles. He spins. Touchdown, Penn State. Gutierrez doing trick shots on him. The unnecessary hurdle. The spin move. And the tutty. Not a good start for Minnesota. And folks, don't look now, but if this score holds, or this result holds, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota will all be 1 and 2. Dogwater, if he switches to the other quarterback, he has a guy with 37 awareness. He's not going to want to switch. He is not going to want to switch in that sequence there, Dogwater. 37 awareness quarterback, you're cooked. 1st and 10, do it again. There's a handoff to Ferwerda. Another nice carry. Every time Ferwerda's carried it, it's been pretty decent. He's averaging 12 a carry. We can also put Indiana in that sequence there, Coach Cam. Big booty Bloomington. Handoff here, Barton Tuck. He gets a first. They've been able to run it well. They run some, like, regular run plays instead of option. You're right. Illinois left out for Indiana, who's more elite. Option. There goes Bo. Bo gets 8 out of it. A good start to this drive. Minnesota's gotta start putting pedal to the metal here. Looks like Minnesota and Georgia Tech might be in rebuilding years as we get a nice handoff. There goes Barton Tuck, a big play. 14 for Barton Tuck. He's been a good transfer portal get. Definitely a guy of the future. Give him 2 years. He'll be just like Jonell Rivers. Is another nice carry for Barton Tuck. Gets 5. He's averaging 7 himself, so... But you're running into the issue of not having enough possessions. Down 21, kind of got a score here. 4 wide for Bo. 4-man rush, he escapes up the gut. Wyatt Germ, though, gives chase and brings him down. Pesky, pesky Wyatt Germ. Nothing like fighting the common cold. But tis. 3rd and 4 for the Gophers. Floating it over the middle, and first down, Scott Brewer. First and 10. And that goes nowhere for Bo Houston. Second and 12. Bo to the sideline and runs over 1 and gets 5 out of it. They're inside the red zone now. Here comes Minnesota, looking pretty good. They've got to lock in here. 3rd and 7. Trips left. Drop back for Bo. Yams it to the end zone. Intercepted again. That one wasn't very good. Houston, we have a problem. He never saw the safety. Might be a little early for Bo Houston. So here comes Levi Kazaruni. Up 21. Throws it to the sideline. Stays in bounds. A big play for Calhoun. He just never saw the safety there. Not sure what he was seeing. He just stood there. He didn't even have to move. So tough sequence today for Minnesota. Quick throw out of bounds from Kazaruni. Not sure what he saw, but that's his first incompletion on the day. Golf claps for Coach Rick. He gets finally an incompletion as the defensive secondary celebrates like they did it. Fullback dive. No, it's another incompletion. And more guys celebrating. Yeah. All right, can we somehow get some hype here? Come on, boys. 3rd down. Do something cool. Kazaruni floats it wide open, man. That's not very cool. Jamie Roth with a first. Jamie Roth has had a couple of monster catches today, as now we're at midfield. The Nittany Lions are sucking the life out of this stadium. 1st and 10, Yams it deep, and it's intercepted! It's going the other way! Kazaruni was hit as he threw. We have life. It's Eric Lombardi, the SFA reject. Can that spark something for Minnesota? Just under 12 minutes left in this game. There is plenty of time. 3 wide. Bo Houston has time over the middle. Misses his man by a mile. 7 for 15 on the day. This guy stinks. Second and 10. Bo Houston. He gets a blocker. Look at the pancakes. Oh, the best pancake we've ever seen. 45 for Bo Houston. Who is that tackle? My God, what a play. I kid you not. That is the best blocking play I think I've ever seen. Here comes Minnesota. Split backs for Bo Houston. Bo steps up, yams it deep, out of bounds. I cannot believe that blocking sequence. I'm in awe. Who is that left tackle, folks? Number 79. I need to know his name. 2nd and 10. Counter here. Barton tuck up the gut. He stiffies. He gets 7. It'll be 3rd down for the Gophers. Third down, split backs. Running out of chances for Minnesota. Option here. Floats it out for Werda. Stiffies to the 3. Nice pitch from Bo. From the 3, desperate for a tutty. Stack in the box. Handoff. It's a keeper. Bo Houston. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bang! They get on the board. They're down 2 scores now. Anything can happen. They get a pick. Parlay it with a beautiful block and a tutty. We have life. Gophers live to fight another down. Broken tackle, spun down. Bryson Dixon, he had the pick earlier in the end zone. Safeties are loving Bo Houston at quarterback. So Kazaruni threw a fluke pick on the last one as he was hit. See what he has in store this drive. In Minnesota, you can start to hear the crowd getting back into it. Trips left. 4-man rush, floats it to the corner. That's caught. And oh, he tried to hurdle. He speared in the air. Alan Calhoun hangs on, though.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Chris Lindsey on the tackle. Trips right. 2nd and 6. Hand off to Gutierrez. He finds a hole, and he gets the first. The Nittany Lion is loving it. Terrence Weisbecker on the tackle. Needs somebody to step up on this defense. Eric Lombardi on the last drive. Can they do it here? He yams it deep down the seam. It's Holy Cross down the seam. It's a big play. 43 on your dome.
Robinson on the tackle at the 21-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
The fake wide receiver screen yammed it deep. What a play by Kazaruni. And I know the score may not make this game so super entertaining, but just the plays we've seen today have been incredible. This has been a great game. 1st and 10. Tremaine Baker in motion. It's going to be option, and he goes down. Hit by Scott. 3rd TFL on the day. 2nd and 11 coming up. Last play of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 11. And they'll let it go out to the 4th. So we'll flip the field here in the Governor's Victory Bell game. 24-10. Can Penn State hang on? Do you want the spoiler or do you want to watch? Oh, I said it. 2nd and 11. Penn State. Quick option, floats it out. There's Gutierrez, and down he goes. 3rd and 10. 5 wide. Pretty much last hope here for Minnesota. Floats that over the middle. Holy Cross, he stood up. All right, so they'll bring out the field goal unit, a 31-yard from center hash. Push this back to 3 scores. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good for Penn State. So still a 3-score game. Not looking good for Minnesota. They're going to have to generate something. Either a big play, defensive score, something big's got to happen. Seen it plenty of times. We've seen 27-point comebacks before inside 5 minutes, so 17 still can happen here. Can Bo Houston catch fire? Start out here with a blitz. Over the middle, caught. Broken tackle from Caldwell. He gets 8. Nice start to the drive, but they got to start hurrying it up. Cannot let these seconds continue to tick. Time is your biggest opponent at this point. Trips left. Second and short. Only a 3-man rush this time. Houston decides to take off. He has some blockers. He lowers his head. First down, Bo. Bo Houston, decent rushing game today, but the majority of that 64 was that 40-plus yard run on the last drive. First and 10, 7.5 left. Motion for Caldwell. Motion. Hand off Barton Tuck. He gets a hole. He explodes. Big play for Barton Tuck. Regardless of overall, folks, SFA players always a great bet. Bo Houston, not so much. 4 wide, 7 minutes left. It's a screen. Gets it out to Barton. He has to cut up field, and he's tracked down from behind. Great tackle. Clock continues to run. They got to keep it up. Houston back to 50% completion. Trips left. Bo, 3-man rush. He takes off again. Angles out wide, and down he goes. It's a sack. So 3rd and 10 upcoming. Now a field goal here, not the worst thing in the world. Would push it back to 2 scores. Trips left. Hits his man, almost intercepted. Caldwell gets 5. They're going to go for it here. So 4th and 5. Game pretty much on the line. Bo yams it deep and hits his man. It's Caldwell for 20. Finally hits it, not a deep yam, but finally hits a 15-plus yarder. They'll hurry it up now. At the 10. Houston, 4-man rush. He'll take off here, up the gut, and slides. Might have had enough acceleration there to get through the hole. Clock continues to tick. We're at 5.5. You got to score here. Got to hurry it up. 3 wide. 2nd and 7. Man in motion. He'll fake it. It's a keeper for Bo. He tries to find the hole. He can't. And that's the risk of running it there. Clock continues to tick. You're almost to 5 minutes. 3rd and 5. Bo Houston floats it deep and caught, but foot out of bounds. A great throw from Bo Houston. The receiver just couldn't track his feet. 4th down, game on the line. Houston, it's a delayed game. Barton Tuck breaks a tackle, and he gets the first. Barton Tuck, baby. Aura. Give it to him again. Bo's gonna throw it. He takes off. He spin. No. Ball's on the ground. They keep it. What is happening? Clock continues to tick. Bo, what are you doing? That ball completely squirted out. 2nd and goal. Clock continues to run. Handoff for Werda. He pushes and down to the inch again. Third and goal from the inch. The handoff. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's a 10-point game, but a ton of time came off the clock. They needed to score with like 5.5 left. They had the chance, but they took way too much time. So 3.5 minutes, they got to find some way to get down one score with all 3 of their timeouts. Otherwise, they got to rely on the onside kicks. So they need a defensive score, a fumble, or something here. Road McKnight takes it. He angles out. Oh, he goes. Oh, my God. He got smoked. Road McKnight hangs on. What a tackle. That looked like a WWE move right there. So here we go. Penn State can run out the clock. Hand off to Gutierrez. He goes up, balls on the ground. It's picked up by Minnesota. They're going the other way. What just happened? Is this going to stand? He was hovering over the running back. No way. Booth review. It looks like he is down, but you never know with how this game has him hovering. Is he down? Oh, it's reversed. They're blue balling us. Oh, come on, Rick. That's so mean. Clock continues to roll. That is the meanest thing the game could have done. Baited him with a fumble. That's rough. That's rude. The blue square needs a fine on that one. That's an integrity hit on the blue square. You can't be playing with coach's emotions like that. 2nd and 7. To Rick, no less. That's so rude. 3rd down. They're not calling the timeouts yet. Rick understands the importance of those timeouts. 3rd and 6. Last hope for Minnesota. Offset eye for Cazzarone. They'll just run this clock down. Minnesota hoping for an incompletion. 3rd and 6. Coach Dave. Can he seal the game here? Deep drop, Cazzarone yams it deep down the seam. Incomplete! The clock stops! Minnesota maintains all of their timeouts. If they can score quickly, we have a game. Angles this to the sideline. It is returnable. We've seen crazier. If they can somehow score before they start using those timeouts, Minnesota is a threat. 5 wide for Bo Houston. Over the middle, that's a catch. He has to get the first, and he does. Luke McGee. First catch of the ball game. They'll hurry it up. They are in Yam range. I would consider Yam. Nobody's covering him down the left side. He just catches it here. Clock is going to keep going. You got to hurry it up, Slime. Oh, my God. Minnesota, the king of wasting clock. 2nd and 4. Bo Houston. He yams it deep left side. He's open. He's open! Touchdown, Minnesota! We've got a ball game! We've got a game! They have their timeouts! The yam finally worked for Bo. He's been trying it all damn game. Here come the Gophers. And they're going for 2? Holy Rick, going with the analytics. The handoff, they get it! It's only a 2-point game! What is Rick doing? He's going for the onside kick. And who has it? Penn State does. So they got to use those timeouts. But take notes, folks. The most important thing in the SFA on game day is scoring before you use your 3 timeouts. They now have a legit chance here. And down goes Cazzaruni! Coach Rick's locked in. He's seen the script. He knows what's coming. Dave shivering in his boots. Pistol form. 2nd and 13. It's another keeper for Levi Cazzaruni. He has to do it himself. Breaks 2 tackles. Oh, it almost ended. That would have ended the game. 3rd and 3. Game on the line. Cazzaruni rolls left. He yams. And it's the fullback. First down, Penn State. Levi Cazzaruni running it on 2nd down. It gave them this win. Oh my God. Levi Cazzaruni, the tree stump, breaks 2 tackles and turns a 4-yard gain into 10 and gives them the chance on 3rd down. I don't think there's a chance. I think it's just victory form unless Penn State chokes on the 3rd down play here. They do have to snap it. Will they run a real play? Incredible. Will they run a real play? No, they won't! So, no, we're 2 points away from having the first ever perfect BearCave. And we have to sit here and watch the last seconds tick away. Suck on those nuts, Dogwater. What a game. As we hit triple zeros, Minnesota's comeback just falls short as Coach Dave wins on game day. 27-25, Penn State survives the onslaught at the end from the Gophers. Penn State will go to 2-1, and Minnesota falls to 1-2. Bo Houston had a really rough start. He tuned it in there at the end of the game. What a game here in the Big Ten. And Dogwater, the 2nd coach ever to go perfect on BearCave up until game day, only to lose. The perfect BearCave still is out there. Great game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next game day will be on Friday. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern most likely. Maybe a morning game day. We'll see. I don't think I'll be working. We'll see. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Peace. Wowzo. Yeah, that was a great game. Minnesota almost got him. It was a pick'em game, Dogwater. So, 36% of you guys went with Penn State, or at least 36% of the money. There you go. Great game. We'll check out the stats, and then we'll call it quits. We'll see players of the game. VODs from this game and BearCave will go on YouTube, and then we'll also have highlights from this game tomorrow. If you go to YouTube right now, you can check out the Watch Party Game of the Year candidate between Notre Dame and BYU. And also another Yams episode, a very good one, in fact. If you're not familiar with the Yams, it's a great one to get acquainted with the series. As we check out Bo Houston, he goes 14-24, 187, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Running the ball, he had a couple big plays. That 45-yarder, Barton Tuck, was really good today. Same with Ferwerda. Receiving the ball, Caldwell had a couple big plays. The one catch from Andrew Page was a masterpiece. On defense, you had Rocky Bullwinkle get 13 tackles, 11 for Scott, 4 TFLs for Scott. They combined for a sack here. Eric Lombardi, the SFA reject, had the pick and a half sack. No fumbles. And for Penn State, the winners, 20 of 24, 253, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for Levi Kazaruni. A fantastic game for him. He did put the ball on the ground, but it didn't end up hurting them. Gutierrez had a good day as well. A lot of different guys got involved. A couple big plays from Jermaine Baker today. And defense, Willie Jackson, 9 tackles, 3 TFLs for Jerm Larkin, 2 sacks for Jerm as well. Big day for him. 2 interceptions for Damian Hines, 1 for Bryson Dixon. Couple of other deflections. Forced fumble for Bryson Dixon as well at the end there, but they couldn't recover it. So that will do it, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll check out our players of the game. Another fantastic week in the books here for the SFA. 18 long seasons, almost 5 years we've been doing this. So thank you guys for any and all support. So Jermaine Baker, Barton Tuck, Eric Lombardi, and Bryson Dixon are your players of the game. All of BearCave and Gameday games will be posted in the server here in the next couple of minutes. And then I will take about a 15-20 minute break to eat dinner. We'll come back for recruits, BearCave standings. We'll have Derby standings as always, and then I'll have my my wheel spin highlights, the whole shebang like normal that we see on game day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on Friday. Peace.